What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my World Cup series. This is episode number 50, and we start today's episode off by reviewing the tournament tree. Of course, in the last episode we got through the group stages and we then won our round of 16 game by 4-0. Had a really fantastic performance, and of course those key words, don't break formation, you'll probably hear them again during the episode. That's been really key to us. Playing this 4-5-1, I gotta say I'm really getting the results of it, and I'm enjoying it very much. But anyway, in the quarterfinals we come against this side, 89 rated, 100 chemistry, 4-4-2. One of the best sides I've faced so far. Julio Cesar, back four of Marcelo, David Luiz, Boateng and Lahm. Midfield four of Neymar, Ramirez, Schneider and Robben. And the strike partnership was Suarez and Van Persie. So class throughout this team. Very good indeed. And the first chance would fall to us though in the 13th minute as Neymar tries to do some skill and gets put on the floor. The Jagger plays it to Cahill and we strike him just outside the area, but it's a good stop by Julio Cesar and it's turned behind for a corner. And from the corner we cross it in with Honda towards Yoshida, but it goes just wide the post and out for a goal kick. So almost taking the lead early on there, but unfortunately not. And that was how the first half would finish, very uneventful. But in the second half we'd have a good chance early on in the 54th minute. Lovely 1-2 between Cahill and Ki-Sung-young, but unfortunately the Korean midfielder's shot went just wide the post and out for a goal kick. And 5 minutes later Robben plays a crossfield ball towards Ramirez here. He offloads towards Luis Suarez. Suarez plays it back towards Ramirez. Really good chance, but Ramirez strikes it from range and it goes out for a goal kick. And again, those key words, don't break formation, that's what was happening in this game. I was restricting my opponent to long range shots and he wasn't really having the best of luck with them, so I was playing very well at containing him and making sure he couldn't just go forward and have simple shots in the area. And in the 66th minute, a good chance for us here. Key goes down the right hand side, crosses the ball in, picks out Cahill. It's a good save by Julio Cesar, but it falls back to him, and Cahill with a left footed volley finds the bottom corner and makes it 1-0. Not as good as his left footed volley he scored in the World Cup against the Netherlands, but still, they all count. This goes into the bottom corner and we are 1-0 up. And in the 77th minute, my opponent tried to find the equalising goal. Neymar sprints down the left hand side, I couldn't keep up, he crosses the ball in, but the header with Van Persie finds the back of the net. What a header it was, and unfortunately it's 1-1. I just couldn't stop him down the wing, and it was a really good header as well. So I thought, you know what, if you go down the wing and cross it, I'm going to go down the wing and cross it. The Jagger roulette's around Neymar, sprints down the wing, crosses the ball in, Cahill heads it and makes it 2-1. So I thought, if you're going to do it, then I'm going to do it. So Cahill makes it 2-1 and we're already back in front in this game. Really good header by Super Timmy. Cahill is second of the game and we are almost there. And in the 90th minute, my opponent has a throw in here. It's his last chance. He gives the ball to Boateng. As I make the challenge of Cahill, I spot his goalkeeper coming out on the mini-map. I try and loop it over him. I do it and it goes into the back of the net. So Cahill makes it 3-1 there. And again, I saw him coming off the line on the radar there. I thought all I've got to do is just try and get accurate with the finesse and try and get as much power to loop it over him and put it under the crossbar. That's exactly what I did. Cahill gets his hat-trick, it's 3-1, and that was how the game would finish. So a 3-1 victory, and of course those key words again, don't break formation. That's exactly what I did in the game, and again it proves to be the winning strategy right now. It really is something which I've never really done before. This kind of hold back, don't press, contain a little bit, and then hit them on the counter. I'm really enjoying playing this style of football because it's really working for me right now. And yeah, we got to win by 3-1, and again deservedly so, as we make it through to the semis for the first ever time with this confederation. And again, as you can see, I played so much better, and as you can see, look at where his shots came from. You know, they're outside the area. I think only one was just on the edge of the area and the rest were from miles out, and that's the whole point. This is why I love using this tactic, because it really does restrict your opponent to those long range shots which, you know, let's face it, 9 times out of 10 they're not going to find the back in the net. So yeah, we're through to the semis and I'm very pleased with that. We then opened our player pack and got James Rodriguez. How about that? The 89 rated, now Real Madrid player. Very nice indeed, but of course we can't use him, but still, there you go. And we get ourselves into the semi-finals with the Asian Confederation, and I was feeling so nervous, you know, and I've been playing so well. I mean, you know, 4-0 in our first game, 3-1 in our second game, in the knockout stages that is. You know, that's really good with our side, so, but I was still feeling really nervous, I was still feeling pessimistic, as you'd expect when using a side like this, but even so, I've just been pleasantly surprised with how things have been working lately. And don't break formation, those key words, the strategy I'm implementing in, and the way I'm feeling, it's all coming together really nicely right now, and I'm loving this formation and this group of players right now. But still, eventually we got ourselves into a game here after a long time of searching, and came up against this side for the semi-final clash. 86 rated, 100 chemistry, 4-2-3-1 team for this semi-final. He had Julio Cesar in goal, back four of Armero, Thiago Silva, Garay and Zabaleta, holding mid partnership of Hernandez and Ramirez. He had Neymar on the left, Cuadrado on the right, Sanchez was the striker, and the man supporting him, Lionel Messi. So very, very good side my opponent had. Looked very, very strong, but the first chance would actually fall to us here in the 9th minute as Holman slides it through towards Cahill, and I thought that should have been a penalty there as the ball came back to Cahill and the shot was a simple save. I thought that should have been a penalty. It wasn't given. I guess it wasn't a penalty, but I thought it was. But even so, still 0-0. And in the 22nd minute, my opponent had a shot from range, but Cuadrado's effort was comfortably dealt with by Kawashima, and of course that was my game plan, restrict him to long range shots. But in the 33rd minute, he would get himself into the area there as he plays the ball over the top towards Messi, who nods it over Kawashima, and thankfully for us we had a man on the line to clear it away just before it crossed the line and gave him a 1-goal lead. So still 0-0 is how the first half would finish. In the second half he started brightly again, but thankfully for us this far post header was well saved by Kawashima, and we got the ball away. So my opponent was playing so much better than me. I was really having a hard time in this game trying to contain him. I've had a really good effective strategy so far, containing my opponents to long range shots and not letting them get inside the area a lot, but in this game I just couldn't do it. My opponent seemed to have me figured out. He knew exactly how to break down my strategy, he knew how to beat it, and he was doing really, really well, and I just couldn't seem to stop him from bursting through, and it was still 0-0. And with 8 minutes to go, he strikes the ball with Fernandinho here, but thankfully for us, Kawashima makes a really good save, and it is still scoreless. But like I said, my opponent, he'd had me figured out in this game. No other opponent so far had had my sort of system figured out and knew how to beat it, but my opponent did. He was playing really well, and if it wasn't for Kawashima, I would have been 2 or 3 goals down here. But here you see in the 85th minute, we have a strike here with Brett Holman, but it goes harmlessly over the bar, and I thought out for a goal kick, but instead it must have took a deflection because we won a corner. From that corner, Honda crosses the ball in towards Cahill. It's headed away only as far as Brett Holman. Holman gets tackled, but it comes to Yoshida. Yoshida rolls it out wide towards Uchida. Uchida, our right back, then slides it through towards Honda. Honda plays a quick 1-2 with Ashkan Dejagger, but Dejagger plays to Kagawa instead. He goes down the right hand side, crosses the ball in, and Tim Cahill heads it in to make it 1-0. So with 2.5 minutes to go, Tim Cahill gets the goal to put us in front, a really surprise lead, and it was how the game finished as well. So we are through to the World Cup final with the Asian Confederation. Against all odds, we've made it through to the World Cup final. I'm so goddamn happy about it. I really didn't think it was going to happen, especially in this game. I got completely outplayed. My strategy of don't break formation, that was actually getting exploited quite a bit for the first time. I wasn't playing as well on defense as I have been of late, but still we managed to hold on, get the victory by a 1-0 thanks to that late Tim Cahill header. We are through to the World Cup final, and I'm absolutely delighted. So yeah, in that game my defense was broken quite a few times, and I didn't play too badly, but I guess I was a little bit disappointed at how many times my opponent managed to get into my area. Those are the sort of things I'm trying to stop my opponents from doing. But in this game my opponent was very, very good. He deserved a win, but instead I got it instead, and that's football. You got to take your chances. I've said that many times before. I did, he didn't. We're through to the World Cup final, and I'm absolutely delighted with that. So yeah, look forward to the next episode. That will be the World Cup final with the Asian Confederation, and hopefully we can go ahead and win it. And of course, if we do win it, that will be every confederation in this World Cup update won in terms of winning the World Cup. So as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like, because it's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my World Cup series, which will of course be the live World Cup final with the Asian Confederation.